Here we have a Nintendo Switch with an error. Let's read what it says. I put this under the microscope so you can see it. Error code 2162-002. And it keeps displaying this error. Looking at the error, you may think it's a software issue, but the problem is a hardware issue. I'll let Big Boss disassemble this, remove the board, and we'll work on it together, and we'll see if we can get rid of this error. The board is out, and the chip that is known to cause the problem is the M92 T36. This chip here. Let me test quick to see if we have a short on this line. We're gonna change the chip anyway, but I just wanna see if we have a short here. And we do not. Okay, but let's go ahead and change the chip and see if that will solve our problem.
The device is fully fixed and completed by the technician. So that's if the device is fixed. If the device wasn't fixed, we would only charge you $45 for the repair attempt. That's the technician attempting to repair the device using his resources and his time, but it didn't work out. If it fails, yes.
Very nice. Just one final cleanup. We're gonna give it to Big Boss to reassemble and test, and I'll be back. All right, and as you can see, error is gone. And let's do one more repair before we go home. I have a Mercedes Benz key. Customer paid for expedited service, so we can do it for him as soon as possible. We got the key in today, so we're gonna try to fix it for him today and possibly mail it to him tomorrow morning. The fob battery contact point disconnected from the key circuit board. And customer sent us a printed image here pointing to where the key disconnected. I cannot make out what the image shows here, but we're gonna find out after we open it. Customer mailed it along with 2 batteries. And it's already open. So remove the circuit board, which is right here. Oh, look at this. Okay, so this is the battery connector. What I need to do is hold this connector down in place so I can fix the pins. And it's gonna be hard to hold it down in place. And there's no board holder that will hold this. So what I have, I got something called Loctite Fun Tack. And this is like Play-Doh. We'll try one. This is very useful in situations like this where it's gonna be hard to hold this. You see how it's moving? Maybe I can put this down on the bench and maybe we can go like this. See how it's stuck?
We do. So if you'd like, you can come in store or you can mail it in and we'll be happy.
From what I can tell, these pins should be all the way up like this. Now what we need to do is solder this part onto the board. Okay, so let's figure this out. We have to solder the battery connector onto those 2 points here. Right now it looks like the pins are broken. Okay, I'm gonna check and see if we can get one of those battery connectors from a donor board. I'll be back. And we have a lot of keys, a lot of donor keys. This is just one box here. Over 500 Benz keys for all models. I do not have exactly this specific model with the one button. It's a flip key with one button. Let me show you how it looks like. You see, this is a Benz key. It's a flip key with only one button. I do have a board that has 3 buttons, and I think the battery connector should be the same. So let's check this one out. Go under the microscope, and maybe we can use this one. Yeah, this one should work. It should be the same. So let's use this tacky thing to hold the board like this. See? It's useful if I'm desoldering balls off a chip and I do not want the tiny chip to move. I stick it onto this. Now, how heat resistant is this blue tack? I never used this specific brand, but let's see. Hot air station is currently at 440 degrees. I'm pointing at the board really, but of course some heat is gonna spill out. And it seems to be holding pretty good. Very nice. Let's go back here. And should this one go like this or the other way? It should be the other way. Should be facing, the curves should be facing to the inside, like this. So let me remove solder from the holes. This is part of the pin that broke. Look at that. Just a little bit of heat and we should be able to remove it. Look at this capacitor. Okay, and now we can flip the board and finish the soldering from the back. It's a good thing I noticed this component. Very nice. Let's clean up and test. But before we test, let me check rest of the board to make sure nothing else is loose or broken. Everything else looks good. Back of the board, this is the battery connector here. That's positive and that's ground. Okay, let's go ahead and test. That will be the last repair for the day. I'm tired and time to go home. So okay, so battery goes from the back here. We're gonna close it. Let's insert the first battery. And we're gonna insert the second one. And as you can see, it's making a good connection with the ground, which is the connector that we soldered. So let me just bend it up a bit like this. Let's close the key and test. The key cover will press on the batteries, just like that. So let's grab our key tester and look at that. So the key is functioning, battery is working, and everything is good. So we're gonna invoice the customer and ship it back to him tomorrow. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video. Time to go home.